of TV23's Internet, provided by SWKO Wireless Internet. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublet, this is High Plains Today.
Hi, everybody. You know what? It's Monday, and we're in a new month. Today is February 1st, 2016. Welcome to High Plains Today, right here on TV23. On today's show, I'll be joined by David Rine. He is with Rine's Freestyle Karate in Liberal, and he's got a bunch of MMA fights coming up at the end of February. We're going to talk about what it takes to put that kind of stuff on. In the meantime, let's take a look at what's happening. Hilario Sanchez Hernandez, 35, has been charged with counts of alleged electronic solicitation, indecent liberties with a child, and sexual exploitation of a child. Now, the counts totaled 7 in all, and Sanchez Hernandez was scheduled to have a preliminary hearing last Wednesday for his alleged crimes. That hearing has now been moved to the 9 a.m. on April 6th in Seward County District Court. And the Liberal Fire Department was called to the 1400 block of Jewel Avenue at approximately 2:30 a.m. on Saturday. Chief Kelly Kirk said no injuries were reported. However, extensive damage was caused to the property as a result as what likely started as a grass fire. Now, we were originally called for a grass fire in the backyard, Kirk said. It was an outside fire that was visible to someone. That's how it got reported. Now, the fire had basically traveled in through the eaves and into the attic of the house. The Finney County Sheriff's Office is investigating a series of burglaries that occurred during the past 2 weeks at the Southwind subdivision. From January 19th to the 29th, the Sheriff's Office received 8 reports of auto burglary and 1 report of aggravated burglary in the subdivision. Now, 7 of the auto burglaries were from unlocked vehicles parked in front of the residences, and 1 burglary of a vehicle where the doors were locked. Now, the estimated cost for all burglaries so far is over $11,000. The incidents appeared to be occurring during the night. The Sheriff's Office recommends that all homeowners lock their vehicle and not keep valuables inside the vehicle. Now, the Sheriff's Office asks homeowners to report any suspicious activity to 272-3700. On Tuesday, February 9th, the community of Kismet is hosting a Red Cross blood drive, and coordinator Donna Walker is looking for some donors. The supply is very low. She said it would be great if more came in. Now, many people have already signed up for an appointment, but the Red Cross will take all walk-ins regardless because of a severe shortage of blood in the Kismet and Plains area. The drive will take place from 4 to 7 p.m. Tuesday the 9th. Now, to make an appointment, all you have to do is go online to redcrossblood.org or call 800-RED-CROSS. Now, youth who are age 16 can donate with a written consent. Friday morning, the parking lot of the new Love's Travel Center and truck stop in Holcomb was filled with semi-trucks and other vehicles on hand to make the facility's ribbon cutting. Located at the intersection of Big Low and Jones Roads, Love's officially opened its doors last Thursday. Economic development officials, Holcomb City Council members, and Finney County Commissioners gathered for the ceremony, which was hosted by the Garden City Area Chamber of Commerce. Mayor Gary Newman said it took some time for the development to come to fruition, but it came about due to having a vision for the potential of the property. And finally, the Kansas Lottery resumed a pitch to legislators last week on behalf of a reform that would allow 325 retailers to make use of electronic dispensers to market tickets in a manner similar to stores in Missouri, Oklahoma, and Colorado. Shireen Jones-Sontag, she's the deputy director of the Kansas Lottery, said the automated equipment would reduce customer wait times for tickets, compress retailer labor costs, and allow merchants to better track ticket inventory. Transitions to the machines was among recommendations of a government efficiency consultant hired by the legislature. And that's a look at some of the stuff that's happening. Stick around. Going to be back with a somewhat wet and a very windy forecast.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV23 with host Chris Jewell. TV23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here. 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 And here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. If you're pregnant or have young children and your home was built before 1978, you could be at risk. Learn how to protect your family. To find your home's danger zones, the health effects, or just to find help, log on to leadfreekids.org.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
And looking at lots of clouds, not any sunshine out there. We're east of Liberal on Highway 54. Looking at the Big Samson, we even got a train on the tracks up here today. No precipitation down yet, but it might be coming. Let's take a look at our current temps here at the station. 43 degrees, relative humidity 57%. Winds are out of the southeast at 24. Yep, going to be breezy today. Barometric pressure is on the rise. Looking at our current temps around the area, everybody is pretty much in the 30s and 40s. Even up here in Hayes, where they're going to get some of that snow, still in the 40s. Look at Medicine Lodge, 52 degrees already today. Everybody's dew points are in the 20s all around the area, so humidity's not too bad. Winds, though, everybody's got some wind today. Everything is out of the east, southeast, or the south, or the southeast. Anyway, it's all coming from that direction. You can see, look at Perryton, 29 already, 23 in Liberal and Dodge, 24 in Garden City. It's going to be a windy day today. It's only going to go up. As we look at our highs and lows, as recorded at the Garden City Regional Airport, yesterday got up to 48 degrees, 79 back in 1989, 28 was our overnight low, minus 16. Back in 1979, no new precipitation in the bucket. Okay, here we go for today. Yep, rain likely for pretty much all of the viewing area. Going to be cloudy, 45 for our high. Winds are going to be out of the southeast, gusting up close to 40 miles an hour. We could get a 1/10 to a 1/4 inch of rain possible in the area. Then tonight, it's going to turn to snow. After 7 p.m., after the sun goes down, still going to be cloudy. Low tonight, 25. Winds are going to be out of the east, southeast at 15. Going to lay down a little bit. Then they're going to turn around to the north-northwest at 25. Pick up again. We could get a trace to less than an inch of snow, possibly overnight. Here's that snow band from the National Weather Service in Dodge City. You can see up here. You get up in the Colby Hill City area, Phillipsburg, they could get 11 to 10 inches. Get down into our viewing area. Scott City could be in the 7 to 6 inch range. Garden City 2 inches. Then you can see we get down here into the bottom of the viewing area from Great Bend back all the way down to Ulysses and Liberal. Talking about an inch to a trace. So not too bad. The majority of the storm is going to stay north and it's moving out fast. In fact, it'll be up over the northeast part of the country by Wednesday already. Then tomorrow, 31 degrees, 30% cloudy. Little snow, maybe hanging around. Winds are going to be hanging around north-northwest at 30. Tomorrow night, a low of 13. Yep, that's right, 13. A lot of clouds out there. That means with the winds at 22 out of the north-northwest, Wind chill going to be -1, so it'll be fresh. So watch yourself if you have to go out. Not going to warm up anytime real soon either. As we look at the 7-day, 13 tomorrow night, 14 on Wednesday night. Then we do start to climb out of the 30s, back into the 40s. Moving into the weekend, sunshine will be back. That's a look at the weather. Be back with the markets and David Rine after this.
What is radon? Home exposure to radon gas is the leading cause of lung cancer death in the United States for non-smokers. In Kansas, 1 in 4 homes will test at or above the EPA action level. The Surgeon General recommends all homes be tested and fixed if necessary. Visit kansasradonprogram.org for more information. Test, fix, save a life.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. If you're pregnant or have young children and your home was built before 1978, you could be at risk. Learn how to protect your family. To find your home's danger zones, the health effects, or just to find help, log on to leadfreekids.org.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Something I feel when I'm
Welcome back. I am now joined by Mr. David Rine of Rine's Freestyle Karate, Liberal America.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good day.
Good day.
Good to see you today.
Yeah.
How's things?
Things are good.
All right, Mr. Rine's Freestyle Karate.
Sir.
We were talking earlier before we went on the air. You've been in the karate business, you told me, 51 years.
51 years actually doing martial arts. Actually started teaching for the first time in 1976.
Okay, so you've been doing it a day or two.
Yeah, a few days. My wife told me I'd always grow up and grow out of it, but it never happened.
Yeah,
So.
Sorry, Janie, you got that one wrong. Okay, so let me ask you this. Now, being in the karate, into the martial arts and that kind of thing, I mean, I suppose that was just a natural to lead you over into the mixed martial arts, into the MMA world?
Yes.
Is that how you got involved in that?
That's how it works. I mean, back in the day, we used to travel and compete with just the karate circuit.
Right.
And the UFC was just something that, I mean, there are no rules, no anything, the first few. And they were kind of cool. I mean, for us to watch, it was kind of cool to watch. And everybody got in on this guy named Gracie, who was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy. And no one had really seen any of it until the UFC showed up. So being a kickboxer, a professional kickboxer, it was intriguing. And I thought, wow, that'd have been great if this stuff would have been around back when I was in the day, because kickboxing, it was good and it was fun, but there was no, great big venues for it except overseas. And so took up point karate and stuff like that, got big followings and traveled all over the United States, and we produced a whole bunch of world karate champions out of Liberal. And then all at once, the UFC starts and people start going, well, why don't you do some of this? Well, needless to say, one of my younger brothers, who is one of my black belts in karate, moved to Dallas, Texas, opened up 5 schools. Took one of my youngest brother with him to work in those schools.
He was stealing your help.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's the way it goes.
Can you take him, though? He's your younger brother.
He's my younger brother. Can I take? Well, here's the thing about it.
Okay.
He went and he studied with the Machado brothers and Herman Chun in Dallas, Texas for 13 years when I didn't know he was doing all of this. But, I mean, he was down working out with them, and got his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, which takes 10 years minimum, which is so much different from what we do.
So he was sneaky and got ahead of you.
Yeah, in that art.
Okay.
Now, I became a judo black belt, which isn't quite the same. But so I contact him and I go, I'm taking Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the Gracie system, in what they call their garage type thing, and video and going and seeing him every once in a while. It really wasn't that great. But so he then, after I was so hard on him most of his life, he became my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instructor, which is horrible.
So he's back with you in Liberal?
No, he's in Dallas still.
Okay, but okay, all right.
We Skype every Monday night.
Okay, all right.
And then I go there, he comes here.
That's handy.
Yeah, it is. It really works good.
Handy.
But
okay.
It's bad because I told him I'm not getting any younger, and this is a hard art to do. And I've been doing it for 10 and a half years. And then I come to find out it took him 11 to get his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. So he's not going to cut me any slack.
Of course not. And you're his older brother. There's no way.
Yeah, I know. So
okay.
I'm a purple belt, which is halfway up, and he keeps telling me, oh, you're almost a brown, you're almost a brown. I mean, I just told him I just need to, it's one of those things that you do. I need to do that, and then God can take me. Anyway.
Okay. All right. But coming up in February 27th, though, you've got a bunch of big MMA bouts coming up.
Yes.
In February 27th, called Ice Wars.
Correct.
At the Armory in Liberal.
Yes. 15 MMA matches.
Okay.
And
So, all right. So now 15 matches. Now, are all of these matches, now 15 of them, I'm supposing half the competitors out of your studio?
yes, sir.
Okay. So you have at least 15 people that are training in MMA.
Yes, or more. Some of them aren't
Sure.
competing on this card.
Right.
So yeah, we have quite a few. we have 5 pros.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so 5 of our pros are going to be competing on this card.
Okay. All right. So how do you find matches for these guys and gals? Because you have one match one bout that's gonna feature a gal from Garden City and somebody from Oklahoma City. Is that
Yes,
right?
That is correct.
Okay.
We were just looking for something. A friend of mine in Oklahoma City, they bring competitors from Oklahoma City to fight on our cards quite a bit.
Okay.
And they're good friends. You know, we hang out. They said that we've got this girl who we wanted to get lined up. So one of my pro guys is in the back room, and I'm talking, and he goes, I think I know somebody. It's a girl who fought on your card a year and a half ago or something in Garden City. And he goes, I know her well. Let me get a hold of her. And I mean, in an hour, it was set.
Huh.
So
There you go.
yeah, so it's a,
All right. So, but this is all happening on Saturday, February 27th.
yes.
Okay. So where can people go to get tickets for this?
You can go to localmmatickets.com
Okay.
and purchase tickets online.
Okay. There it is. Yeah, it's on the screen right now. Okay.
There you go. Or you can get a hold of one of the fighters on Facebook.
If you know one of the fighters,
You know, one of the
right?
fighters, they have tickets to sell.
Okay.
And or you can call Rine's American Freestyle Karate and get your tickets, your tables, whatever you need.
Okay. So, because a regular ticket just to get in to watch the bouts is what, $20 in advance?
$20 in advance, 30
That's not
at the
bad.
door.
That's not bad for 15
Oh,
bouts.
oh no, it's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just trying to give the world a break because of all the oil, you know. I'm trying to say, let's go out and have a good time, and it's not going to cost you much money.
All right. So you've been doing this for 51 years, but how long have you been doing the MMA stuff, the fights,
Yeah, we talked.
promoting those?
We talked about that the other day. This will be my 35th fight that I produced.
That you've promoted. Wow. 35th.
35th. We do
That's
an
a bunch,
average
David.
of 5 a year. So I've been doing, well, as after we looked at it, maybe 8.
7,
9
8 years, somewhere 9 years,
8
somewhere
years,
in there.
Yeah, I think. We were talking about that, and someone said they thought the first one was in 2004, 2005. So it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
$20, so you can't beat the fun.
You can't beat the fun for $20.
No.
A lot of people say that they watch it on television and they say, oh, it's just too brutal, but you got to understand. This is where the
They're
guys
fighting.
This is where the guys start.
Yeah.
Okay? The guys they see on TV, those are the boys in the big time.
Yeah. Yeah. They've made it.
I mean, they have made it. You know, these guys, you know, a lot of them are
All
getting
right.
paid a few $1 million to be fighting.
There you go. All right, tell you what, I want you to come back in a couple, 2-3 weeks before these fights happen. We're going to talk more about the details of all this, where you can get tickets, everything that's going on. Maybe you can bring a fighter or two with you.
I can do that.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Thanks for coming up today.
No problem. Appreciate it.
All right, David, thanks. And stick around. I'll be back with some more after this. Hi, I'm Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs at noon weekdays right here on TV23. Hey, do you think you have an idea for something that would make a great segment? Somebody that would make a great interview? What about a community event that needs highlighting? Let us know here at the station. Email us news@kdgltv.com.
When you do business with United Wireless, you're doing business with people living and working right here in Southwest Kansas, not someone halfway across the world. We're proud of the fact that every day we serve our friends and neighbors, our healthcare providers and hairdressers, technicians, farmers, and local retailers. You are the people who make Southwest Kansas great, and for all you do, we believe you should be treated with the utmost respect. We are United Wireless, and we are Southwest Kansas proud.
Hi, Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today. a 30-minute news and information program that airs weekdays at noon right here on TV23. We talk about news, we talk about sports, we talk about weather, we're even going to talk entertainment. We'll have live guests right here on set with me. So, every day at noon, tune in, High Plains Today. We'll see you then.
Weekdays here on TV23.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you. Wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Hey, over the weekend, Oklahoma senior Buddy Hield, he had taken plenty of shots in crunch time and could not have looked more comfortable letting it fly again when his team roared back from a double-digit deficit in front of a packed, hostile, and fully wound-up crowd. Hield made 7 of his 8 three-pointers in the second half on his way to a 32-point performance. Isaiah Cousins hit a go-ahead jumper with 4 seconds left, and #1 Oklahoma overcame a 14-point deficit to escape with a 77-75 victory over LSU on Saturday. That was an exhausting game. And as it happened, though, the matchup and a 90-84 overtime win served to zap 4th-ranked KU out of its recent funk, I hope. And they went on to beat Kentucky on Saturday night. So that was those 2 games were very, very close. They were back-to-back. They just took the breath right out of me for the weekend. Anyway, let's take a look at our temperatures, our current readings. 44 at the station, 51% humidity. Winds are out of the southeast at 18. Barometric pressure is holding pretty much steady for right now. As we look at our 7-day, it's going to be chippy for the next couple of days. A lot of chance of precipitation coming in on today, tonight, tomorrow, and maybe into Wednesday morning. Other than that, not bad. See you tomorrow.
From TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 110 children is diagnosed with autism. That's a 600% increase in the last 20 years. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org.